Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. It is March 22nd, 2023, and I'm going to be reading from Proverbs 22. You know, it's funny. Hit the start button, and instantly my eyes started watering, and I rubbed my eye, and I realized I probably start my morning devotion that way every morning. That's crazy, isn't it? How things just seem to happen the same way over and over and over again. And we find ourselves in that place where it becomes a routine, and it only happens by happenstance. And then the next thing we know, it's just what I do. And it's not because I'm doing it out of a need anymore. It's just something that happens. We can even train our brains to cause our eyes to start watering as soon as we push the start button. I don't know if that's the case with me, but it was something that just popped into my head. Sometimes the things we do is because, well, it happened more than once, and our body says, well, this must be the way it needs to happen. Not necessarily our body, but the way our brain works to control our body. And so I have a guy that we were talking one day, much older than me, respect him deeply, and we were talking, and I went to sit down, and as I sat down, I went, ugh, which is an old person's response to moving. And he looked at me, much older than me, and he said, you know, Jay, I realized years ago I don't have to make that noise. I choose to. And so now every time when I sit down and I go, ugh, I realize I'm making a choice. And the only reason I'm doing it is because many times when I sit down, it hurts. And so I just give a breath to it. And didn't even realize that most of the time now I do it, and it's actually just something I do. It's not something I need to do. You know, that was really interesting, the eye thing this morning, driving me to that. I don't know how that applies to what I'm going to read to you today, but let's find out. Proverbs 22, verse 12. The Lord's eyes keep watch over knowledge, but he overthrows the words of the treacherous. As I was reading that this morning, I realized, you know, God's eyes, he keeps watch over, or he protects, or he maintains knowledge. But he overthrows the words of the treacherous. And he overthrows the words of the treacherous. It's a little bit deeper than just he hears what you say and he puts something in the way. He's paying attention to what you talk about from what you've done. It's how you speak about the things that you've done or the things you're going to do, and why you talk about it, and what is it that it looks like. He pays really close attention to those things, right? But he maintains the knowledge, keeps watch over it. He protects the knowledge of those who are looking to him. You know, sometimes it's more than just doing things. Sometimes it's recognizing patterns and figuring out, why do I do that? Now this morning, my eyes started watering as soon as I hit start. And I realized that it just hit me this morning. I know I've looked back and I've watched my videos. I do it all the time. Why is it that happens? And I realized it's because I've conditioned my body to do it. So today, I need to start paying attention. What other areas of my life have I conditioned myself to just do things that aren't necessary? And then start working on changing that conditioning. Here's the secret. It's going to be hard, And I won't want to change it because it's become a pattern in my life. And it's easier to stay on path than it is to change and go the direction I need to go. Just like sitting down and going, ugh. Yeah, guess what? I still do that. But every time I do it, I recognize that, oh, I didn't need to. There are times where I sit down and go, ugh. And I realize I needed to get that breath just to help deal with the pain. But there's lots of times I sit down, I don't have any pain at all. I'm not struggling with breathing. I didn't need to do that. It's just a conditioned response. What conditioned responses do you have in your life? Something to think about today. I love you all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.